Closed captioning for Hello ENC is sponsored by Hearing Life.
Hello ENC.
Living, loving local.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
lifestyle.
With your host, Megan, and fashionista, Ciara.
Let's get a sound check. And now, hello ENC.
Let's go.
Hey friends, it's time for Hello ENC. I'm your host, Meghan and today is my 28th birthday. But enough about me, we have an awesome show diving into the world of art and comic books. We'll head down to Atlantic Beach with C to check out the awesome new boardwalk design on Artsy. And we'll nerd out with Ashley and Ryan as they discuss The Flash on Couple of Nerds. But first, let's talk about podcasts. It's time for Two Peas in a Podcast. I'm joined by our senior marketing producer, Bryce. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, I'm super excited.
I'm pumped because we're talking about LGBTQ+, but more importantly, drag queens.
Drag
I'm
queens!
so excited. So what is the first podcast that you want to chit chat about?
So the first podcast that I love so much is called Sibling Rivalry. It features Monét X Change and Bob the Drag Queen, both RuPaul's Drag Race alumni.
I love RuPaul. I get so excited because the makeup that drag queens do is so intricate and it's such an art form. And I slap this on in 20 minutes, but theirs takes, thanks honey, so does yours. But there is just so, and it really describes their personality and their persona, and it's so cool.
Yeah, I can't express how much I love drag queens and Drag Race. It's just so awesome.
It's super cool because like you had said, they're both drag queens, but they talk about everything almost.
Yeah, so I mean, they cover fun life events, funny memories, but they also kind of talk about serious topics as well. But for the most part, it's kind of like two siblings just bickering back and forth. They're hilarious. It's kind of like you're being a part of a conversation that you're not actually there for. They're super casual, super fun. Trying to think what else.
Yeah, it was really cool because they talked about their day in the life, they were going hiking because I think they live in California, Runyon Canyon, and all the drama that happened trying to find their friend.
Oh my
But then they're
gosh.
also talking about Pride Parade.
Segment is called Sibling Rivalry, but sometimes they'll have different episodes that are called Sibling Advisory or Sibling Watchery. So with Sibling Advisory, they'll have viewers or fans of RuPaul's Drag Race send in questions, and then those get really funny and hilarious.
Because we all want the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
When you see what happens
The tea.
in front of the camera, but I want to know what actually happens after. Are the producers telling them to amp up the drama? Are they actually liking each other's outfits? Or are they just completely kind of destroying them behind the scenes?
Yeah, they have all the tea, all the gossip. But you see everything on TV, but they have, Drag Race, the alumni, it's a whole community. So they know all the stuff that's happening behind the scenes, how people feel about the winners, who's doing what, who's gonna be on the next season. So it's a lot, it's really fun.
I had a lot of fun listening to it. I definitely am going to keep tuning in every week because, like you said, they have different aspects of it that change. It's not the same thing. And it's almost like a vlog, but in podcast form, because you learn about their lives, but you also get to hear the other fun parts of what their jobs are as drag queens.
Right, and they are drag queens, so they do perform live. So on their website, siblingrivalry.com, you can find when they're going to be touring, where they're going to be performing at, and you should definitely go check them out. They are drag queens, they are comedians, so there is profanity and a little raunchy content, but it's fun. It's a good time.
It's my type of content.
Yeah.
Which
Yes,
I gotta
me too.
tone down here. But we also have
Very That. It's Very That. The Very That podcast actually exists on a website called foreverdog.com. It's actually a group of producers that came together to kind of focus on diverse content. A big majority of it is drag queens, but Very That features Raja Gemini and Delta Work from RuPaul's Drag Race as well. But the cool thing about them is that they've been doing drag long before RuPaul's Drag Race came along.
Bryce. I'm loving the outfit. What's on your shirt?
This is Bob the Drag Queen. Bob is one of the queens in Sibling Rivalry. I am so obsessed with Bob the Drag Queen. He's fantastic. Yes, we
Y'all
love
squad.
some Bob. We love Bob the drag queen. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of drag queens, the Scullery does drag brunches, and
Yeah.
there's also one in Wilson. So we have a whole LGBTQ community in Greenville and in Eastern North Carolina. So we want to be a part of it.
Fun fact, there is a famous queen that was on RuPaul's Drag Race that's from North Carolina that actively participated in the Scullery's drag brunch. Heidi in Closet. Check her out. She's awesome. Also, RuPaul's Drag Con takes place in New York and Los Angeles. If you're ever interested in seeing a ton of drag queens at once, like in one big convention center.
Let's go.
Let's go. What are we doing?
There's something new and exciting coming right here to Atlantic Beach. Join me today to see what it's all about on Hello ENC. Hey, it's C. This is Artsy. I'm with Atlantic Beach Mayor Trace Cooper. Mr. Cooper, Atlantic Beach has been around for years. I mean, like since the 30s, right?
That's right. The first structure down here at the boardwalk was built in the late 20s, actually. So this area is about 100 years old.
Wow, that's a long time. So we can actually say that this beach is very ancient.
It's pretty old.
But residents have also waited years for this moment to finally say that they're getting a brand new boardwalk. How fun and exciting is that?
No, we're really excited about it. The design is shaping up, and it's been, like you said, it's been in the works for years. It's definitely ready, and we're excited about what it's going to do for this area and the town.
Wow, that is so awesome. So what do you enjoy most when you come here to Atlantic Beach? What brings you here?
Well, it's my home. I live here, so I'm here every day. But the thing that I love about Atlantic Beach is I think we have some of the best beaches in the world. But we also have, beyond the beach, we've got great businesses, restaurants, nightlife, stores. But the thing that I love most about this town are the people. It's just from our year-round residents to our second homeowners to the visitors. There's just a really warm, kind of welcoming southern beach vibe here that it's hard to beat.
What is the most popular restaurant here?
Well, probably the most popular restaurant in town is Aimless Mosquitoes down on East Fort Macon Road. And I think it's also one of the best, although I should, should note that my sister and brother-in-law own it, so I'm a little bit biased, but I think the lines outside of Aimless Mosquitoes speak for themselves. So
They don't have actual mosquitoes there, do they?
they do not.
Well, that's good to know. So your town held an international design competition with over 50 architecture and landscape firms who submitted designs for the boardwalk design. And it also narrowed down to 3, including Katunatuck.
That's right.
Which was chosen because of their vision, envisioning the beach as a star that it is.
So I guess that's our motto, beach is the star. Coming from the architecture and landscape architecture background, we know that the beach is the destination and what brings people together to locate. So we didn't want to, in a way, overcompete through design, by taking away attention from the beach. We want to maintain a kind of clear visual connection to the beach and keeping the design simple so that people enjoy and see the beach as well as the kind of larger coastal environment, looking at dunes and sand and all of that. And also, knowing the history of the place, it's really a family-oriented, place.
Yeah, it is.
Families and kids and, friends and, of course, you host a lot of different events throughout the year for the region, but also, for your family and, for evening or lunch, time stroll and so on. So we wanted to make sure that all of these different activities are accommodated by design, and kind of then the main kind of distinction that's unique to the site is this 2-level boardwalk, with the plugins, what we call plugins of different programs and uses such as the pavilion, the plaza, and art areas and so on. So it's really that kind of, family-oriented, public space that links into the city, but being able to accommodate larger scale events is kind of the driving concept behind our proposal.
And like one thing, Sarah, like when we first heard about the competition, we just got in a car and drove down. We wanted to see the Atlantic Beach up close, and we passed here before, and this time, what really struck us was just how amazing the entrance and then the whole community was, and then also how beautiful the beach was. It's just a beautiful place.
It really is.
That's right. We kind of had an open call for submissions, and we're really honored that 50 amazing architecture firms from all over the world were interested in designing this boardwalk project for us. And we narrowed it, as you said, down to 3, and Congeniality ended up winning, and I think because their design was the one that most sort of put the focus on this amazing beach. It's got all the features that we wanted, but it didn't try to overshadow the beach. It was kind of more sort of laid back, good vibes, just like Atlantic Beach.
Yeah.
Morning Edition has a new face on the team.
I'm Elena Verdine, and I am so excited to help get you ready for your day.
Morning, it is nice to see your smiling face.
Today, the Greenville Tar Heel temperatures in some patchy events.
Our community is important to us, so you can trust us to get you news, weather, and all things Eastern North Carolina to you before you head out the door.
WNCT 9 Morning Edition, weekdays from 4:30 to 7.
Hello, ENC! If you're a local business, know of a local business, or maybe you just want to shout out that side hustle you have, and you want to be seen on our lifestyle show, Hello, ENC, DM us on Facebook or Instagram at the ENCCW.
Get fashion forward with me, C. Join me on Fridays at 12:30 for the hottest styles and latest trends. Only on Hello, ENC.
Up next, our couple of nerds, Ashley and Ryan, will be talking about the Scarlet Speedster himself, the Flash.
The following segment is sponsored by Blue Ox Games.
Greetings, comic enthusiasts! I'm Ashley!
And I'm Ryan!
And together we are...
Couple of Nerds!
Today we'll be talking about one of mine and Ryan's favorite superheroes, The Flash. I'm sure plenty of you have heard of The Flash. You've probably caught a few episodes of his hit TV show here on the CW on Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
And I hear he's getting his own movie soon. I think the character is long overdue for such special attention, considering how popular the Flash comics are. The iconic Scarlet Speedster has been around for a while.
Mind telling me when he came speeding in?
Sure, the Flash came dashing in with his own standalone comic in January of 1940, unlike most superheroes, who only appeared as side characters in a series before getting their own. Anyway, back then, it was the story of a man named Jay Garrick, whose body was changed after exposure to dangerous chemicals. This caused him to be able to run faster than a locomotive. Of course, later it was changed to being exposed to heavy water, which is kind of weird if you think about it.
Oh, right. That was the golden age of comics, where trains were the fastest things out there at the time. How come Jay Garrick isn't the Flash now?
Well, at the end of the golden age of comics, it seemed the public wasn't interested in superheroes anymore. But in 1956, Detective Comics successfully brought back superheroes and gave our Scarlet Speedster a fresh new look, a new origin story, and a new name.
Oh, this has to be our one and only Barry Allen.
Barry Allen was a forensic scientist who got a double dose of tragic science fiction accident when he was hit by a bolt of lightning in his forensic lab. Surrounded by various dangerous chemicals, his body was forever changed, allowing him to run fast as lightning itself.
Phew! I wish lightning could give me powers and abs, but I wouldn't suggest getting hit by lightning in real life.
Yeah, let's not do that.
So Ryan, is the Flash one of your favorite superheroes?
Absolutely. I've always felt that super speed is one of the best superpowers, especially when you're moving so fast that a person running at normal speed looks like they aren't moving at all. I also find that those who wear the Crimson Cowl to be very relatable. The third person to be the Flash especially had a wit that's almost as quick as his feet.
Puns.
I've often said that if the Flash met Spider-Man, my absolute favorite superhero, they'd instantly become great friends.
Whoa. Back up. Did you say the third person to be the Flash?
Yep, that's what I said. The mantle of the Flash didn't stop with Barry Allen. His sidekick, Wally West, the first Kid Flash, also took on the mantle of the Flash when Barry vanished into the Speed Force. Wally eventually got his own sidekick in the form of Barry's grandson, Bart Allen, who goes by the moniker Impulse. Bart ran so fast he went back in time to be a superhero and save his future.
Didn't Barry also go back in time and cause the whole Flashpoint story arc?
Shh, don't give it away.
Sorry.
They should read the comics to find out just how crazy time travel stuff changes everything. It gets really insane.
That sounds like a great idea. If the Flash seems like your kind of superhero, you can run on down to our sponsors, Blue Ox Games, so you can pick up some Flash comics for yourselves and get up to speed on the stories. Before we go, let's do some trivia about the Flash. Let's see how you do. What is Barry Allen's job?
Police forensic investigator.
What city does the Flash take place in?
Central City.
But it was filmed in Vancouver, Canada. What is the name of the actor who plays the Flash?
John Wesley.
No, not the one from the 90s.
Oh, Grant Gustin.
You were right both times. John Wesley, who played Barry Allen in the 90s, even cameos as Barry's father in the show and reprises his role from the 90s as an alternate Barry. And he also showed up again as Jay Garrick from the Silver Age. So how did you do? Did you know the answers? Tune in next week for a new comic and testing out your nerd knowledge with more trivia.
Today's segment was sponsored by Blue Ox Games.
Welcome home, Star family.
Look out, world. Starman is back.
Yeah.
I think that there's a real opportunity here, Cord, for you to learn directly from him.
I can train you. I can show you some pretty great tricks.
We're gonna get you on a good career path, okay? We're gonna find you a great job.
Hey, that sounds terrible.
Ain't no stopping us.
We have been doing everything we can to fit in here.
Would you like some help with that? We can help the bad guys break good.
Ain't no stopping us. We do the impossible.
We don't want you here. They're not our enemies anymore.
You let half the villains that killed our friends move in next door.
No matter what evil comes our way next, we'll be unstoppable.
We do the impossible.
Hey, I'm here with Elena Verdine, the brand new morning anchor and producer for WNCT 9 Morning Edition. Welcome to Hello ENC.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to be like a part of this segment.
I know, I'm pumped because we actually have a lot of similarities. We're both 6 feet tall, which a lot of people don't realize. They always think we're shorter than we are.
Yes.
And we both have been in the Midwest. Well, you grew up in the Midwest. I worked there for a little bit.
Yes.
So what was it like growing up there versus being now on the East Coast?
Oh man, well, I mean, so I grew up in Iowa, most recently worked in Nebraska, and I think there was that part of me that was like, why don't I go live somewhere else? And I've spent the most time around the East Coast, I'd say, than anywhere else in the country, so I was like, I think I'm comfortable here, let's give it a shot. And I mean, so far, it's honestly been even more homey than I was expecting.
But what would you say, have you noticed the biggest difference between the Midwest and the East Coast?
The biggest difference I've noticed is humidity so far. Don't get me wrong, like we had humid days at home, but it like actually has not stopped since I've been here. It's like, oh, leaving work in the middle, or leaving for work in the middle of the night, humid. Leaving work in the morning, humid. Evening, humid.
And we gotta talk about food because comfort food coming from all over the country.
Oh,
like you got cheese curds in the Midwest, which is a huge staple, and of course beer. But what would you say, like barbecue is massive out there and here? I mean, it's different all over the place.
Yes.
But are you a big barbecue person?
I love barbecue, and I've only had it once since I've been here.
Oh my goodness.
Like I know
so
for
what's
sure.
the food like out there? Because like we said, Wisconsin cheese curds. Out here we have awesome vinegar style barbecue among many other styles of cuisine. But what's the big stuff out there?
Oh man, honestly, something that's very cool is it was a really nice mix of everything, especially when I was in Lincoln. There is a huge refugee and immigrant population. So you would be shocked at how many like awesome local places. You can get authentic food pretty much anywhere, but I mean, To be fair, we were the Cornhuskers, so we see plenty of corn. There's a lot of grilling.
Are you a big
the
street
culture.
corn person?
Oh, I love it. Like,
it's so good.
It's delicious.
That's the only type of corn I'll eat because I don't like how it gets all.
In the teeth. It's definitely a commitment if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
But I'd
not
say
a first date type of thing.
No, not a first date type of thing.
So, you know, this is obviously a lifestyle show. What is your fashion sense? Like, that's not even the right word. What is your style? That is the better
man.
word.
Honestly, like in work, I wear a dress pretty much every day.
It's the easiest.
Because it's the easiest. It's just one piece. You don't have to figure out an outfit.
A skirt and a top.
Yes,
and,
and accessories. I'm like, great. A dress, earrings. I'm set.
So you're not like a sparkle queen. You're not like.
But I can be.
Okay.
I
So
totally
you can
can.
bedazzle it up.
Oh yeah, like. Oh yeah, I tend to like, if I'm in a store and see something sparkly, my eye goes. And then it's like, but then I never wear it. I'm like, why would I not do this more? At one point I had a shirt that said Sparkle Queen.
Really?
Yeah, I was given it. It was on clearance somewhere and someone was like, this is for you.
Do you have any special talents? Can you like flare your nostrils?
Yeah.
Are there any bats in the cave?
Are there any bats in the cave? I don't believe so.
Oh, you do accents too? Mine are not very good.
I kind of did a lot of things in high school. I did the dance.
Were you a cheerleader?
I was a cheerleader. I was in band, choir, and theater. My go-to when I'm trying to hurry people along, I still pull this out. It's L-E-T-S-G-O. Let's go, let's go, let's go. L-E-T-S-G-O.
As you go.
L-E-T-S-G-O. Yeah, oh yeah.
Alina, well, thanks so much for joining Hello ENC today. And where can people check you out?
You know, if you guys want to wake up dark and early with us, you can check us out every day, Monday through Friday, starting at 4:30 at WNCT 9 Morning Edition.
Hello, hello, hello. Dreaming just awake to a beautiful light, yeah. Hello, hello, hello. 9 to 5 during the day, but a star by night, yeah. Hello, hello, hello.
If you've missed any of your favorite stories or an episode of Hello ENC, just go to YouTube and search Hello ENC ! To subscribe and watch. Coming up tomorrow on Hello ENC, load, safety, aim, pull. I'll take on clay shooting in Washington and we'll find out how good my accuracy is on Get After It. On Fashion Forward, Ciara gets an inside look at hot summer fashions strutting down the runway. Make sure to join Hello ENC every weekday at 12:30 to be in the know of everything that is living, loving local in the East. See ya!
Captioning for Hello ENC is sponsored by Hearing Life.
Content segments during Hello ENC were paid for by WNCT Games.